What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Jake Lannister, and we're going to record a new video today. Because I got a topic that I wanted to cover, because it's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of iffy in the gaming scene right now. I was doing a little bit of research on it last night, doing a little bit of research on it this morning, and it's come to my attention and a few other people's attention, so I'm not going to name any names or anything, but a lot of these gaming organizations that are they're kind of gatekeeping the community scene on. They kind of gatekeep the community scene when it comes to content creation and smaller developers, I should say, smaller gaming content creators, or creators in general, kind of making it big on the scene. Um, and then you guys know that I don't like to make a video without having examples, but I mean, we've got teams out there like Thieves, Optic. I don't know if Optic's still a thing. There's teams out there. I mean, smaller teams like Team Lethal and stuff like that are just. It seems like they're putting a gate up against a lot of smaller content creators and basically trying to break down and take control of the content creator scene. Now, I know it's going to sound like I'm coming across salty in this video, and I don't want that to be the case. The way I'm looking at it is like this. If you're an organization, say you're Team Lethal, I know they're rebranding, I don't know their new name yet, but say you're them, Seven Thieves, FaZe, any of those content creation kind of organizations, and you're putting a gatekeep to smaller content creators that not only hinders what people are, able to post, but kind of boosting negativity in that sense, because that's exactly what it is. It's negativity. Now, I'm not saying not all creators are bad that are within these orgs. And like I said, I know I'm going to catch a lot of backlash when it comes to this video, but hey, it's all opinions over here. I mean, we saw how 2020 was, and we saw how many snowflakes are out there, so I ain't one of those. You got negative comments, go ahead, leave them down below. Let me know. We can have a discussion about that. But it just, when it comes to these big organizations, these big gaming organizations, and they're putting these mental blockers in a lot of content creators' minds that you have to have a team behind your name, because you have a lot of these content creators who have, again, I'll put Seven Thieves up there. Not that I have a whole big problem with like Courage or any of them, because a lot of them are really cool people, but then you see a lot of these creators who are going to be on like a lot of these talk shows, they're doing a lot of this big name stuff, and you got a lot of creators in that fan base or in that era that's being left behind. You're going to have a lot of fans that talk, and when these fans talk, they're going to be like, oh, well, why did this guy get left out? Why did that guy get left out? Oh, well, I like this guy more than I like that guy. And it's just, you create a form of toxic and negativity. I'll use a game, for example, Fortnite, a really big game, blew up. I don't think it would have blown up like it did if it wasn't for the content creation that surrounded it. Now, no negativity to anybody who helped Fortnite blow up. I'm a big fan of people blowing up. Ninja really helped the development of that game. I don't know too many other content creators because I'm not a big Fortnite watcher, but I do know some of the YouTubers that I personally watch, like Wildcat. It kind of helped their career forward. I can't think of anybody else right off the top of my head, and I know it'll come to me after I post this video. A lot of people are saying, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, you're just jealous that you're not part of an org. No, I'm not really. Like, I've had opportunities to join smaller organizations, kind of help boost their name and boost my name. all with it at the same time. And am I opposed to joining an org? No, I'm not. I'm not opposed to that at all. Am I opposed to toxic orgs? Yes, and I will call it out every time I see it. I'm opposed to toxic content creation, and I'm opposed to toxic organizations. I'm opposed to toxic esports teams. Don't get me started on esports teams. That's a whole new can of worms that I'm not even going to touch, because that's really something that I don't I don't see myself commenting a whole lot on the esports scene, because there's a lot of good that comes out of the esports scene. There's I mean, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that all orgs are bad, because there's a lot of orgs that are really good with their charity events that they do, the Make a Wish Foundation stuff that they do. I'm not saying that it's all bad. What I am saying though is there are toxic creators out there, and I don't like it. There are a lot of organizations that know that they can put this gate up when it comes to content creation, because they'll grab the big name people. Again, I hate to keep going back to Seven Thieves, but I'm going to go back to Seven Thieves real quick. And, just that they're a powerhouse right now. Let me go look at FaZe. Don't get me wrong. I have no ill will towards any of these organizations. Like FaZe Banks. I used to love that dude. Like, when it came to Call of Duty, that's who you watched. You watched FaZe back in the day. And I was a big fan of their montages and stuff that they did. But here's the kicker. You cannot make it in the Call of Duty scene now because of FaZe. They are well known. If you don't have FaZe behind your name, if you don't have Seven Thieves behind your name, if you don't have, at the time, if you didn't have Optic, again, I don't know if they're still a thing or not. I don't keep up with all that. But if you don't have a team name behind you, you're not really going to make it big in those eras. Now, that's not always true, because you have the people like Vanos, who wasn't a part of a team but had a team he ran with. And by that, I mean a group of friends. You got people like Merc Music, who wasn't really part of a team, question mark? I'm not 100% sure. I don't know Merc's past. I won't pretend like I do. Um, I mean, it's just small stuff like that. Like, I mean, now it's the same with Fortnite. Like, you won't make it big in Fortnite. Like, there are some content creators who may break through when it comes to, certain specific areas. Like, I'm not saying that all the time are you going to drop off when it comes to, trying to make content for a certain game that has teams behind it. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to get overlooked for people who are part of teams, who are part, like Fortnite. They have teams that have backed them. Apex, they have teams that have backed them. Hell, even a kids game like Among Us. I wouldn't really call Among Us a kids game. Let's say a more mid-teen, pre-teen style, but not really kids. But Fortnite, a game that was designed for kids, a game that was designed to basically boot, like, it was made for kids. This is what it was. It was made for kids. And now it's no longer a kids game, because now it's got teams behind it. And now you've got all this toxicity behind. If you're not good at Fortnite, you're not shit. Basically is what that is. Like, that's just simple as that. It's the same with Call of Duty. Like, like for Warzone, let's just talk plainly Warzone. You're not shit unless you have a team name behind you. Like, there's a lot of organizations. I found an organization that I really liked, Team Lethal. That's what they were known as. Like I said, the rebranding, I don't know the rebrand. I'm not part of Team Lethal, so I'm not going to speak on the rebranding process or anything like that. All I'm going to speak on is that was a team that, I kind of looking up to. They're really cool. They're like their, notions. I like their motives. I don't know if they have that gatekeeping mentality yet. I have never talked to the creators, the founders, or nothing like that. I've talked to members of Team Lethal, and a lot of them are really cool. Like Tricky, Ms. Kayla, No Limbs. There's a few other people I'm forgetting to name. Pardon me if I forget to name you. Let me know if you see this video, and I'll put your links down in the descriptions. And everybody that I name, in this video, I'm going to put their links down in the description. Like, if I name you by your creator tag, then I will put you down in the video. Now, people like Courage, they don't need my shout out. They really don't. They're way bigger than me. And like I said, I'd get more hate from their fan base than anything. But you know what it is. We're an opinion channel over here, and I got opinions. And when it comes to stuff like that, I'm going to speak my mind. Like, I don't like toxic orgs, and I don't like how orgs are able to basically shut down content creation and shut down smaller creators when it comes to certain areas and dictate what they make. That's why I don't think I would ever be invited to join an org. Like, I would love to join Team Lethal. I'd love to have that organization name behind my title, behind my YouTube, behind my Twitter handle, whatever. But I know it'll never happen due to the simple fact of I'm a highly opinionated person, and that looks bad for the organizations if I'm a highly opinionated content creator. Now, could I change my content in the direction of what an organization wants? Yeah, I probably could, but I really don't want to. Like, that's the perks of being me and not being part of an organization. I don't have to worry about the style that they do. Like, now, if they want me to make a video for an event that they have holding, so that way if people have any questions, comments, concerns, they can come see my video and get all those answered. If my video doesn't answer everything that they have, then yeah, I would be able to, and talk down in the comments and everything about it. Like, if anything in this video, and if anybody has any questions on anything that's being said, oh, well, you're just being salty about this, let me know. Let me know that I'm being salty, and I'll come back and I'll tell you why I'm being salty. I plan on updoing a podcast about this situation later in the week. It might be Friday or Saturday. I plan on having a podcast about this topic, talking about the organizations and how I feel about that situation. And I got another video coming today about some politic things that I've been seeing, some things in the world that I kind of want to, dip my fingers into. Like I said, we're a variety channel over here. We make opinions about everything. We make comments about everything. And we just I don't like to discriminate when it comes to content. I don't want to be seen as one of those YouTubers that's like, oh, he got popular off of this, so he's gonna milk it for all it's worth. I don't want to do that. But yeah, no, if you don't see a new video on my channel, go check on Twitch. Go look to see if Tricky's on. Go look to see if Miss Kayla's on. Go look to see if No Limbs. And like I said, I apologize if I forget your names. I'm gonna make a video later on for that team. No, they didn't ask me to do it. I'm just gonna do it out of the kindness of my heart, just to give what's the word I'm looking for? Just to give kind of a shout out to all the content creators that I'm kind of watching right now, the smaller content creators, mind you, that I'm watching right now, just to kind of shed some light. So that way, if anybody ever sees that video and I've got no video on, they can go check that live stream. But yeah, this video's ran on long enough. I didn't really want to speak too much or speak too highly on this topic that today. Like I said, I've got a couple other videos that I want to pump out today. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video, but I wanted to get enough stuff to talk about, enough opinions to talk about, because I know there's a lot of opinions that people can speak on, but the opinions that I wanted to speak on, there just wasn't enough to talk about. But I do have a upload schedule that I'm going to be sticking to now. Mondays, I want to at least try to get out 2 videos. Taking Tuesday off for making videos. Wednesday, I want to pump out at least 2 videos. Thursday, I will have like more of a gaming, or Thursday. Did I say Tuesday? I meant to say Thursday. Thursday, I'll have more of a gaming news video and a gaming podcast video where I am going to be introducing some of these smaller content creators, streamers mostly, because I don't really mess with too many small YouTubers. Not a thing against the smaller YouTubers, I just don't know any. If there's any out there that people would like to see brought to the limelight and kind of get to know more of, that's the direction I want that podcast to go towards. I want it to go towards more of learning what the streamers are like outside of their live stream, outside of, I want to make them think on their toes. Like, streaming, that's what it is. It's making you think on your toes, and that's what I want to do. Kind of like a spitfire interview, and then talk on some topics, see how they feel about certain things, all of that. Fridays, I'm going to be doing. Fridays a little touchy because Fridays I want to do a kind of like a free roam Fridays is is the name I've got for it now. The name's pending, it may change, but free roam Fridays is basically kind of where I'm gonna read through Twitter, read through some things, get in touch with some friends, get in a hold of some topics, and kind of see, just kind of see where everybody's at and what they are thinking, and just kind of speak on a lot of topics that they want spoke on. See if there's any organizations that I follow, news that they want brought to light, just any stuff like that. But yeah. So, like I said, and then weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays are going to be my slow Saturdays. Basically, if I have a topic I want to upload, I'll upload it. If not, then I'm not going to open or upload anything. Sundays are going to be showdown Sundays, where I kind of take two content creators, two musicians, two sportscasters, players, or anything along those lines, and kind of just touch base and see exactly, kind of pit them against each other, kind of, battle it out to see who I think would win in a certain scenario. If there's two content creators or anything like that that you want to see battle it out in a specific scenario, want me to talk about, go ahead and drop that down in not down in the description. You guys can't edit the description. I'm so dumb. Down in the comments below, and you know, I'll kind of work out a scenario in my head. You know me. I like to spitball and spitfire everything. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. But you know who it's been. It's your boy, Mr. Lannister, Tech. People call me Tech. The Raider Nation, baby. You know how it is. Yeah, I'll hit you up in the next one.